Have you ever found yourself wondering if your savings will truly support the retirement lifestyle you've always dreamed of? It's a question that lingers in the minds of many as they approach or settle into their golden years. Picture this: enjoying every single moment of your retirement without the nagging worry of running out of money. Imagine a life where financial freedom allows you to travel, pursue hobbies, and cherish time with loved ones, all without the constant stress of balancing budgets. In this video, we're diving deep into practical, proven strategies to help you manage your assets wisely and confidently. Our goal is simple: to show you how to create a sustainable budget, build meaningful relationships, and maintain your health. 3 essential pillars for a vibrant, joyful life after 60. By the end of this journey, you'll walk away with actionable insights that can transform your retirement into the best years of your life. Here's a little secret: retirement isn't just about money. It's about living a life that feels full, exciting, and fulfilling. And guess what? It's possible when you approach it with the right tools and mindset. But before we dive in, I'd love to invite you to become part of our growing community. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a single video filled with life-changing tips and advice. Your support means the world to me, and it helps us continue sharing valuable lessons with more people. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with friends and family who might benefit from these insights. And one more thing, I value your feedback immensely. If you enjoy the topic we're covering, comment with a 1 below. If you think there's room for improvement or have suggestions for future videos, comment with a 0. Your input helps me create better, more tailored content for you. Now, let's get started and dive into the first essential step for crafting a fulfilling and financially secure retirement. 1. Wise use of assets. Let's talk about the wise use of your assets, a critical component for ensuring a financially secure and enjoyable retirement. Many people, when thinking about retirement, approach their finances with one of the following mindsets. They want to leave something for their children, maybe even pass down the family home as an inheritance. They're overly concerned about their funds running out, so they adopt a mindset of spending as little as possible. However, this approach can often be a major misunderstanding. The reality is that the 20 years from your 60s onward are some of the most important years in your life. These are the years when you have the opportunity to fully embrace life, while you still have the energy, vitality, and health to enjoy it. A good friend of mine, John, shared his experience with me not long ago. After he retired, he was filled with anxiety about losing his regular income. To conserve his savings, he avoided dining out and traveling, which he had always enjoyed. He said, now, looking back, I wish I had lived a little more during those years. I had the energy and good health, but I spent too much time worrying about money. I regret not living more fully. To illustrate how this works, let's consider a specific example. Imagine you have $150,000 in assets. Now, let's assume that you don't dip into it until you turn 80. What does that mean for your lifestyle? Well, you could afford to spend around $800 a month on hobbies, $600 a month on great meals, and $400 a month on unforgettable travel experiences. Your assets are there to enrich your life now, not just to sit untouched for years. However, many people still worry, but what if I live longer than expected? What if I run out of money? It's a valid concern, but there's an important mindset shift to be made here. Here's some essential advice for managing your funds wisely. Start by covering your basic living expenses through your pension or other steady income. For example, my friend Mike, who is in his early 60s, has a monthly pension of $1,500. He uses this income to cover his essential expenses: $600 for rent, $250 for utilities, $400 for food, and $200 for health insurance premiums. This leaves him with $50 each month to spend on little pleasures like going to a local coffee shop or enjoying a movie. He views his savings as a means to make life even more enjoyable, not something to hoard out of fear. 3 specific suggestions. Now, let's dive into 3 practical tips for managing your retirement funds and living fully in your golden years. Set a fixed monthly budget. Start by establishing a fixed amount you'll withdraw from your savings each month. For instance, you could set aside $400 a month for lifestyle expenses. This helps you plan your expenditures with clarity, ensuring you can enjoy yourself without constantly worrying about overspending. Use up the entire budget. When you've set your monthly budget, aim to fully use it by the end of the month. If you don't spend the entire amount, don't carry it over to the next month. It's not about saving that leftover money for later. It's about fully enjoying the life you've worked hard to build. Think of your savings as a tool to enrich your life right now. Think of spending as enjoying life. This is one of the most important mindset shifts you can make. Instead of focusing on what you're saving, focus on what you're spending to create memorable experiences. This shift in perspective can help you embrace the joys of retirement with a positive attitude. Instead of viewing your funds as something to be hoarded, see them as a means to live a more fulfilling and enjoyable life. Common question: but won't I leave nothing for my children? A common worry many retirees have is whether they'll have enough left to pass on to their children. But here's the truth. Spending time and energy on living vibrantly in your 60s and 70s is, in itself, the best gift you can give your children. My mother always says, "What I want to show my children is my positive outlook on life. Even if I don't leave them any money, I can still show them the beauty of life through how I live." Maintaining good health and staying active now allows you to use your assets to enjoy life, instead of letting them sit idle. I once heard an 80-year-old man share his biggest regret. "I spent so much time saving money and worrying about leaving something behind for my children that I missed out on truly enjoying life in my 60s. I wish I had made the most of those years." To avoid these types of regrets, it's time to start taking action now and live your best life today. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Action steps. Here are some actionable steps you can take to manage your assets wisely and enjoy the present. Accurately assess your current assets. Take the time to inventory your financial resources, savings, pensions, investments, and any other assets you may have. This will give you a clear picture of where you stand financially. Check your monthly pension income. Review your monthly pension or Social Security income. Knowing what you can expect each month will help you plan more effectively. Subtract basic living expenses and set a fun budget. Once you have a handle on your income and living expenses, figure out what's left over. That's your fun budget. Money you can use to enjoy life. For example, I write down my monthly budget in a notebook. This month, I'll spend $300 on a weekend getaway with friends, or next month, I'm buying a special gift for my grandson's birthday, so I'll set aside $150. This helps me feel comfortable and in control of my spending. Important note: using your budget wisely. It's important to differentiate between using your budget wisely and wasting money. Using your budget means spending thoughtfully, in a way that enhances your life and brings joy. It's not about impulsive buying or indulging in unnecessary expenses, but about planning meaningful experiences that contribute to your well-being. This is the true meaning of utilizing your assets. Concrete action plan. Let's break this down into actionable steps so you can begin managing your assets wisely and living life to the fullest in your retirement. Inventory your assets within the week. Start by listing all of your assets: savings, investments, insurance, real estate, and any other financial resources you may have. Having a clear picture of what you've accumulated will help you make more informed decisions about how to allocate your resources. Check your monthly income and expenses. Review your monthly income, such as pension or Social Security benefits, and subtract your essential living expenses, things like rent or mortgage, utilities, food, and healthcare. Knowing exactly where you stand financially gives you a solid foundation for budgeting. Set a fun budget. Once you've accounted for your basic needs, determine what's left over. This is the money you can allocate for enjoyment, travel, hobbies, or even small pleasures like dining out or treating yourself to a new experience. Set a specific amount to enjoy life, whether it's $300 or $500 a month. Plan how you'll spend your fun budget. Now comes the fun part, planning what you'll do with your fun money. Write down specific plans like going on a road trip with friends or getting a special gift for your grandchild. The more specific you are, the easier it will be to stick to your budget and enjoy your retirement with peace of mind. By following these steps, you're taking the first step toward wisely using your assets in your 60s and beyond. Remember, money is not just for saving. It's a powerful tool to enrich your life and create lasting memories. The importance of not comparing your life to others. I want to shift gears for a moment and talk about something that can easily steal our joy: comparing ourselves to others. How many times have you found yourself thinking this when scrolling through your social media feed or catching up with friends? My classmates are traveling every month. I wish I could do that too. My friends are going on luxury vacations around the world. How do they afford it? My neighbors are spending all this quality time with their grandchildren. Is my pension too low? They seem to be enjoying their golden years. Am I doing something wrong? I get it. Comparison is a natural part of life. But here's the thing. Comparing your life to others is a quick road to unhappiness. It distracts you from appreciating your unique journey. Example: Mark's story. Let me share a story about a friend of mine, Mark, who retired at 65 with a modest monthly pension of $1,200. He didn't own his own home, so he rented a small apartment. At first, Mark struggled during conversations with his old classmates who had much higher pensions and owned their own homes. My pension is $2,000 a month, and my condo's value has gone up significantly, one of them would boast. I don't have to worry about money at all. Each time Mark heard stories like that, he felt a pang of regret. He started to wonder if he'd made the wrong choices in life. But then Mark had a realization that changed his outlook completely. Worrying about someone else's pension won't increase my own, he thought. Envying other people's wealth won't change my financial situation. Comparing my family's relationships to theirs won't improve my bonds with my children. So Mark made a decision. He was going to stop comparing himself to others and focus on living his own life to the fullest. He embraced what he had, appreciated his unique path, and began making the most of the opportunities available to him. Mark didn't let envy dictate his happiness. Instead, he chose to live with purpose, focusing on enjoying his retirement and cherishing the things that truly matter to him. Benefits of this decision. Let's talk about the positive impact of choosing to stop comparing your life to others and focusing on your journey. Take Mark's story, for example. Since Mark lives in a rented apartment, he doesn't have to worry about property maintenance or repair costs, which is a big relief. He's freed up from the burdens that often come with owning a home. With a modest monthly pension of $1,500, he's able to eliminate unnecessary spending and start focusing on what truly matters to him. Living a simple, contented life. Living alone has given him the freedom to live at his own pace. There's no pressure, no expectations. Just the opportunity to enjoy life on his terms. He's learned to appreciate the quiet moments, like his daily walks and reading books. Mark told me with a smile, "When I stopped envying the lives of others, my own life started to shine." This is a major key to a joyful, fulfilling old age. Key points. Focus on what you can do now. The past is behind you, and the future is unknown. What you can control is the present. So, focus on what you can do today to enrich your life. Be grateful for what you have. Gratitude shifts your perspective. When you stop looking at what you don't have and start appreciating what you do have, life becomes much richer and more satisfying. Choose a lifestyle that suits you. Don't try to live someone else's life. Instead, find the lifestyle that works for you and makes you feel fulfilled. It's your retirement. Make it your own. When you stop looking at others' lives, new possibilities will open up. The moment you let go of comparison, you open yourself up to new opportunities, new joys, and new ways of living that might have been clouded by envy. Mother's story. Now, let me share my mother's story, as it's a beautiful example of living happily with what you have, regardless of wealth. She doesn't live in luxury, but she's content and finds joy in the simple things. Every morning, she does light exercises at the nearby park. Afterward, she enjoys chatting with her dog-walking friends, sharing a few words and a smile. Sometimes, she invites neighbors over for a tea party during lunch, creating moments of connection that nourish her spirit. In the evening, she tends to the small garden on her balcony. Nothing extravagant, but it brings her peace. She always says, "There are so many ways to enjoy life that don't cost a thing." And it's true. You don't need a fortune to find happiness and fulfillment in the everyday moments. Hints for a rich heart. You don't need a lot of money to have a rich life. Here are some simple ways to fill your heart with gratitude and joy. Seasonal flowers on your walks. Nature offers treasures every day. Flowers in bloom, the changing colors of leaves, and the sounds of birds. These are free and beautiful gifts. Conversations with friendly store clerks. Even small, casual exchanges with the people around you can add warmth and richness to your day. Discovering heartwarming books at the library. Libraries are full of stories that can inspire and comfort you, and they're often available at no cost. These are the kinds of treasures that money can't buy. I know a man named Tom who started a daily habit after retirement. He writes down his thanks in a small notebook. Today, the bus driver waited for me. Thank you. Today, the pharmacist explained things so carefully. Thank you. Today, my grandchild called me. Thank you. In just 1 year, his notebook was filled with expressions of gratitude. He said, "Since I started this habit, every day has felt like a treasure hunt." Tom found that when he focused on the small, beautiful moments of life, his heart grew fuller. Gratitude opened his eyes to all the wonderful things that were already around him. Concrete practice methods. Let's dive into some concrete practices that can help enrich your life, no matter your age. Set a time limit for social media. Social media can be both a blessing and a curse. To prevent it from consuming too much of your time and energy, set a specific time each day to check it. For instance, allow yourself 15 minutes a day to scroll through posts or catch up with friends online. This small, mindful limit helps you stay connected without overindulging, ensuring you don't get caught in the comparison trap or waste precious time. Cultivate a habit of finding small moments of happiness. Every day, take a moment to reflect on the small, beautiful things in life. It could be the warmth of the sun on your face, a funny moment with a friend, or simply a quiet cup of coffee in the morning. Write down these moments in a gratitude journal. By acknowledging the beauty around you, you train your mind to focus on what brings you joy, even in the simplest forms. Find your way to enjoy life. Look for activities that bring you joy and require little to no financial investment. Take a walk in the park, visit a local library, or start a new hobby you've always been curious about. Over time, these small joys will add up, and you'll find yourself living a more fulfilling life without spending money. Gradually, you'll begin to realize how rich your life can be without the need for extravagance. These practices are the first steps toward cultivating a life that is truly rich in heart, filled with appreciation for the present, and less dependent on external circumstances. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Cultivating new human relationships. As you retire, you may start to worry about how your social life will change. Questions like, will I have fewer interactions with people after retirement? I'm starting to feel lonely. What can I do? How do I build relationships as I get older? These concerns are natural and common. When you retire, it's normal for daily interactions to decrease, especially if your family is living far away or becoming more independent. Relationships with close friends may also evolve as you age. But don't worry. Building meaningful connections in your 60s and beyond can be just as fulfilling as it was in your younger years. Relationships at this stage of life often become deeper and more meaningful. Here are 3 key ways to meet new people and build connections. Create casual connections. Start small by exchanging greetings and having brief conversations with people you encounter regularly. These casual interactions can serve as the foundation for building a broader social network. It's not about deep friendships, but about maintaining connections with the world around you. Greet the clerk at your local grocery store. Have a short conversation with the barista at your favorite coffee shop. Chat with dog owners you meet on your walks. These small exchanges are more important than you might think. They keep you engaged with your community and help maintain a sense of belonging. Example: every morning, I stop by the local supermarket as part of my routine. I might comment on how fresh the vegetables are or ask about a sale on meat. These simple interactions brighten my day and help me stay connected to others. Build relationships through hobbies. Engaging in activities you enjoy is one of the best ways to meet new people. When you connect with others over shared interests, you build natural bonds that transcend age, background, or social status. Take up a hobby that interests you. Maybe a pottery class, a painting workshop, or even joining a walking group. These activities provide an easy way to meet people without the pressure of trying to fit in or find a shared topic of conversation. Example: Sato, a retired gentleman at 64, decided to join a local pottery class at his community center. At first, he was nervous about fitting into the new environment, but as he worked with the clay, conversations started flowing naturally. The class wasn't about work or family, it was about the art they were creating. For Sato, this simple, shared interest brought him closer to new friends in a relaxed and comfortable way. Utilize online communities. In today's digital age, it's easier than ever to connect with like-minded people, even from the comfort of your own home. With just a smartphone, you can join online communities that match your interests, allowing you to make new friends and stay socially engaged. For example, you could join an online cooking class, a photography group, or even a walking app community. These virtual spaces offer opportunities to learn, share experiences, and connect with others who share your passions, all without leaving your house. Example: a friend of mine, Linda, took up photography during her retirement. She joined a virtual photography class that could be accessed right from her smartphone. Even though she had never met any of her classmates in person, she's formed strong bonds with people all over the world. Linda told me, "It's amazing how close we've become. I feel so fortunate to have friends like this." You don't have to pursue deep, intense friendships like you might have in your younger years. Instead, you can focus on maintaining relationships that are simple, low pressure, and meaningful. When I spoke with several people in their 80s, many shared similar sentiments. You don't need to meet up or talk every day. A small conversation now and then is enough. Casual relationships tend to last longer than deep ones. As you age, it's important to realize that quality matters more than quantity when it comes to relationships. The most important thing: value your alone time. While building relationships with others is important, it's equally essential to nurture your relationship with yourself. Alone time can be incredibly enriching, allowing you to explore personal interests and relax in peace. Spend time reading a book, listening to music, or enjoying a hobby in quiet solitude. These moments of reflection and self-care make your interactions with others richer and more meaningful. Embracing alone time can deepen your understanding of yourself and your needs, helping you build more fulfilling connections with others later on. This is the type of relationship building that truly grows with age. As you get older, you may find that solitude becomes a gift, a time to recharge and focus on what truly matters to you. Maintaining an appropriate distance with your children. Family relationships, particularly with your children, can become more complicated as you age, especially when money is involved. Many parents face challenges around giving or not giving financial support, and these struggles can create tension in family dynamics. This issue typically falls into one of three categories. 1. Not leaving an inheritance. If parents decide not to leave an inheritance, it can sometimes lead to feelings of being abandoned by their children, resulting in loneliness during their final years. 2. Continued financial assistance. Some parents, eager to help, continue to provide financial support to their children long after the children are financially independent. This can lead to dependency and resentment, as children may expect constant support, creating stress and strain on the relationship. 3. Handing over all assets. Other parents might give away all their assets to their children, believing it's the best way to help them. However, this can lead to the parents falling into financial hardship later in life, sometimes resulting in regret as they realize they no longer have the means to support themselves. These situations often arise from a parent's deep desire to provide for their children and avoid being a burden. It's natural to want the best for them, but if this impulse becomes overwhelming, it can create long-term issues in family relationships. Example of a couple. Take the example of Tom and his wife, who have 2 grown children, both of whom are married and have their children. In the beginning, their conversations often went like this. We want to help our children with down payments on their homes. We want to assist with our grandchildren's college education expenses. We want to save as much as possible for emergencies, just in case. But over time, Tom and his wife came to a significant realization. Were we trying to maintain our connection with our children through money? They realized that while they wanted to be supportive, they had inadvertently allowed finances to shape their relationship with their children. In a moment of clarity, they decided to make a change. They sat down and called both of their children to share some important news. We've decided that we won't be leaving an inheritance. We want to focus on enjoying the rest of our lives as a couple. We value time together. Simple things like having meals and sharing meaningful conversations. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. At first, the children were a bit taken aback. They had expected to receive financial support, and this shift left them feeling unsure about their parents' decision. However, over time, the changes were dramatic. Without the financial expectations hanging over their heads, the children became more independent and started focusing on their own lives. Parent-child relationships blossomed, as pure, unencumbered time together became enjoyable once again. The conversations shifted from discussing money to connecting on a more personal level. The children began saying things like, "Mom, Dad, you look great today. Let's take you out for dinner soon, and would you come to my child's soccer game?" Money-related discussions started to disappear, and the family bonds grew deeper than ever before. Concrete advice. If you find yourself in a similar situation, here's some concrete advice on how to handle financial relationships with your children. 1. Settle financial expectations as soon as possible. It's important to set clear boundaries around money and communicate your plans openly. If you do decide to offer assistance, be sure to set a clear timeline for when and how much you can contribute, and clarify the purpose of that assistance. This ensures that both parties understand expectations and can avoid misunderstandings. 2. Don't postpone discussions about caregiving. When it comes to your later years, don't put off discussions about how you'd like to be cared for. Have an open conversation with your children about your preferred care options and gather information on facilities, insurance, and other important considerations. The earlier you start these conversations, the more prepared everyone will be for the future. 3. Create new family bonds. Instead of focusing on financial matters, propose new ways to build family connections. Consider organizing regular family dinners, where the goal is simply to enjoy time together without the distractions of financial discussions. Plan trips to create new memories with your children and grandchildren. These moments of connection will mean far more than any material gift could. An example of an acquaintance. One of my friends, Ken, made a wonderful change in his family life. Every first Sunday of the month, Ken and his family gather for a casual lunch together. There's no extravagant meal or special occasion. It's just a simple time to connect. Over the years, these monthly lunches have become a treasured tradition, one that brings the family closer without relying on financial exchanges. One more important thing. As parents, it's natural to want to guide and protect our children, but it's crucial to remember that their lives belong to them. As we get older, we may feel the urge to intervene more often, offering unsolicited advice or trying to steer their decisions. However, it's essential to respect their choices and understand that they are adults with their own lives to live. While it's tempting to step in, particularly when it comes to money or big decisions, we must remind ourselves that the healthiest parent-child relationships are those built on mutual respect and understanding. The true bond between parents and children isn't about providing financial support or control. It's about heartfelt connections. Respecting their independence and supporting them without overstepping will help cultivate stronger, more meaningful relationships as you both grow older. Maintaining muscle for a healthy and independent life. Let's now shift focus to something crucial for living a long and independent life: maintaining muscle mass. As you age, you may find that your body changes in ways you didn't expect. Many people, when thinking about their health as they get older, assume that the key to a healthy body is simply losing weight. However, from your 60s onward, you need to significantly shift your perspective. The key to remaining independent at 80 isn't just your weight, it's your muscle mass. Shocking fact. After turning 70, if you don't make an effort to maintain muscle mass, you could lose about 2 to 3% of your muscle mass every year. This means that over 10 years, you could lose a quarter of your muscle strength. The impact of losing muscle is profound. Difficulty climbing stairs. Struggling to carry groceries. Having trouble with daily tasks like getting in and out of the bath. Muscle loss doesn't just make you weaker, it can seriously disrupt your daily life, making even basic activities feel challenging. What should you do specifically? The good news is that you can take simple, effective steps to preserve and even build muscle mass as you age. Here are 3 key habits to incorporate into your daily routine. Squats are an excellent way to maintain and strengthen your leg muscles, which are essential for mobility and balance. Here's how you can fit them into your day. Upon waking up, do 10 squats. While heading to the bathroom, do 5 squats. While watching TV, do 15 squats. These small, easy-to-do squats can have a big impact on your lower body strength. My father, who is in his 70s, has kept up this routine for 3 years. He says it's made a huge difference in his ability to climb stairs and stay active. Knee raises and lowering strengthening your calf muscles is just as important, especially as these muscles help with walking and stability. Here's how you can work on them. While washing dishes, do 20 knee raises. While standing on the train, do 20 knee raises. While brushing your teeth, do 15 knee raises. These exercises are quick to do and can improve your calf strength, helping to keep you stable and mobile throughout the day. Grip and release exercise. Hand strength is often overlooked, but it's crucial for many daily tasks, everything from holding a grocery bag to opening jars. Try this simple exercise. Make a fist and then open your hand wide. Do this 100 times a day, aiming to squeeze as tightly as you can. This will help preserve your hand strength and improve your dexterity, which can be especially helpful as you age. Diet. The key to maintaining muscle health. When it comes to staying healthy and independent in your later years, the most important aspect of your diet is ensuring you get enough protein. Protein is essential for maintaining muscle mass and overall strength, especially as you age. Here are some specific dietary guidelines to help you stay strong and healthy. Eat meat or fish the size of your palm at every meal. This is a simple rule to follow. A portion of meat or fish the size of your palm will provide the protein needed to support muscle growth and repair. Eat at least 1 egg a day. Eggs are a great source of high-quality protein, and they're versatile and easy to incorporate into meals. Having 1 egg a day can provide a significant protein boost. Include tofu and natto in your diet. Tofu and natto, fermented soybeans, are excellent plant-based protein sources. They are also packed with other nutrients that support overall health. Try to include them in your meals a few times a week. Common concern: won't eating meat lead to weight gain? A common concern for those over 60 is whether eating more meat or protein will cause them to gain weight. The answer is no. The opposite is true. From your 60s onward, being underweight can accelerate muscle loss, which is a major contributor to frailty. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. Let me share an example from an acquaintance of mine, Takahashi-san, who experienced this firsthand. He tried an extreme diet and lost weight quickly. However, he soon noticed that he was struggling with everyday activities. Climbing stairs became difficult, and carrying groceries felt overwhelming. Takahashi-san realized that his diet was too restrictive, so he made a big change. He started focusing on eating more protein at every meal, including fish, eggs, and plant-based sources like tofu. He also continued doing daily squats. While his weight increased slightly, his energy levels and mobility improved dramatically. Takahashi-san shared with me, "I feel so much stronger now, and my movements have become much easier." Example of a daily meal plan. Here's an example of a manageable and sustainable daily meal plan that focuses on protein. Breakfast, tamagoyaki, Japanese rolled omelet, with natto, fermented soybeans. Lunch, grilled fish set meal, with rice and vegetables. Dinner, tofu hamburger, a plant-based alternative to a traditional burger. This meal plan is rich in protein and provides a balanced diet, promoting muscle health and overall wellness. It's also simple enough to be incorporated into your routine without requiring complex recipes or ingredients. Tracking your progress. I highly recommend keeping a record of both your exercise and diet. By writing down the number of squats or other exercises you do each day on a calendar, you can track your progress and stay motivated. Also, take note of your protein intake. Monitoring these small habits will keep you focused and encouraged as you work toward your health goals. A powerful reminder. Someone once shared this wonderful phrase with me: muscles never betray you. Daily small efforts always lead to results. As we enter the colder months, it can be more difficult to stay active, but that's exactly why it's important to stay consistent. Moving your body, even in small ways, will help maintain your strength and mobility. Start with what you can do today. Do 10 squats in the morning. Ensure you're getting protein with every meal, and celebrate those small victories. This is the first step toward maintaining your independence and walking on your legs until you're 80 and beyond. Thank you so much for sticking with me throughout this video. We've covered a lot today, from managing your assets wisely to maintaining strong relationships and keeping your body healthy as you age. I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you're excited to bring into your life? Maybe it's setting a fixed budget for your enjoyment, respecting your children's independence, or making sure you're getting enough protein to maintain your muscle strength. Whatever it is, I'd love for you to share it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support means the world to us, and it helps us continue creating valuable content just for you. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.